I want to start out right up front by saying I personally have not served in the military, but military service has always been a huge part of my life. My dad served, both my grandfathers served, and many of my closest friends, including people I train alongside with every single week, have served or are currently serving. I also own a CrossFit gym here in Woodinville, Washington called CrossFit Chateau. And if you know anything about CrossFit, you know the meaning behind those gruesome hero workouts that we put up on the whiteboard. They represent real sacrifice. Active duty members and veterans are a big part of our community, and that's something that I deeply respect. So while I haven't worn the uniform myself, this video is for you. If we haven't met yet, my name is Keri Konicke. I am a local real estate expert here in the Seattle area. I've lived here most of my life and have in fact lived in 4 different Seattle suburbs, which is why I love sharing firsthand insight with people who are living here, relocating here, or thinking about making the move. Today, we're breaking down veteran benefits in Washington State, specifically the ones that actually matter when you're living here, relocating here, or going to retire here. We'll cover employment benefits, education benefits, recreational perks, licensing and vehicle benefits, community and entertainment benefits, cemeteries and life insurance, and then housing benefits, which I'm saving for the end because they're my personal favorite and often make the biggest financial difference. And if this is your first time on the channel and you want honest, up-to-date insight about living in Seattle, Washington, or even our surrounding suburbs, make sure to subscribe. All of my contact information is below for you. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 9 months from across the world or just across town, I'm here to help make your move seamless and exactly what you want it to be. And if you are a veteran watching this, thank you so much for your service. Truly, we would love to know in the comments below which branch you served in, where you were stationed or deployed, and whether you're living in Washington now or thinking about making the move here. Washington State is quietly one of the most veteran-friendly states in the country, especially if you value strong employment protections, education access, outdoor recreation, no state income tax, and long-term housing advantages. And unlike some states, many of Washington's benefits apply whether you are active duty, retired, medically separated, or a surviving spouse. So let's get into it. Washington provides veterans preference for public employment. Here's what that means in real life. Veterans receive preference points on civil service exams, disabled veterans receive additional preference, and preference also extends to promotions and layoffs. Eligible veterans include the honorably discharged veterans, veterans with service-connected disabilities, certain spouses, surviving spouses, and dependents. Washington also funds veteran-specific employment programs through the Washington State Department of Veterans Affairs and WorkSource Washington. These programs offer job placement assistance, resume help, career counseling and training certification programs, and if you're a veteran entrepreneur, Washington has veteran-owned business certification and access to veteran-specific grants and contracting opportunities. Most veterans are familiar with the post-9/11 GI Bill, but what a lot of people don't realize is that Washington State adds some very powerful layers on top of it. First, Washington offers state tuition waivers at many of the public colleges and universities. These can include reduced or fully waived tuition for veterans, and in certain situations, expanded access for spouses and dependents as well. So that can make a very big difference for family planning and long-term education costs. On top of that, Washington runs several state-supported education and workforce programs designed specifically for veterans transitioning into civilian careers. These include workforce retraining programs, apprenticeships, and technical or trade education. This is especially impactful for veterans who are moving into fields like construction, skilled trade, technology, and even healthcare. So what's really important here is that many of these programs are built to translate the military experience directly into civilian credentials so that you're not feeling like you're having to start from scratch. You're building on the skills and the leadership that you already have. All right, if you love the outdoors, Washington is very hard to beat, and veterans have access to some incredible benefits here. Veterans with service-connected disabilities may qualify for free, reduced-cost fishing licenses, discounted hunting licenses, and in many cases, free reduced access to Washington state parks And that matters because Washington has one of the largest and most diverse state park systems in the country. You've got mountains, coastlines, lakes, and forests all within a few hours of each other. And what's even better is that many of these outdoor benefits extend beyond just disabled veterans. In certain cases, they also apply to active duty, service members, and even some non-resident veterans, making it easier to enjoy everything that the state has to offer. Washington offers several practical everyday benefits through the Department of Licensing. One of the simplest is veteran designation on your Washington driver's license or state ID. This allows you to add the word veteran, which can be very helpful for discounts, proof of service, and just easy identification without needing to carry around all that extra paperwork. Washington also offers disabled veteran license plates. Eligible veterans may qualify for reduced or waived vehicle fees, access to specialized plates, and in some cases, parking privileges, depending on the plate type and medical certification. It's important to know, though, that the eligibility for these benefits just depend on factors like your disability rating, proper VA documentation, and then medical certification when required. All right, this next one is not an official state program, but it is something that can add up over time. Veterans in Washington often receive discounts from professional sports teams like Seahawks, Mariners, and Kraken, as well as gym and fitness facilities, outdoor retailers, and even home improvement stores like Home Depot and Lowe's. On top of that, many small businesses do offer military discounts. You just have to ask. And speaking from experience as a gym owner, I can tell you the fitness community has such a respect for veterans. Many gyms quietly offer reduced discounted memberships, and even if it's not something that they advertise publicly, they do offer that, and we do as well. We have like I said, a huge respect for veterans. So if you come to my gym, you're getting a discount. Washington also operates state veteran cemeteries, including locations like Medical Lake, which is in eastern Washington, and Tahoma National Cemetery. Eligible veterans, and in many cases their spouses and dependents, qualify for a burial at no cost, which can be a great peace of mind when you're trying to plan ahead. In addition to that, there's VA life insurance that's available for veterans with service-connected disabilities. This can include guaranteed acceptance coverage of up to $40,000 in benefits, and in many cases, no medical exam is required. So this is just one of those benefits that every veteran should at least take the time to understand and review, even if it's something you hope you never need. All right, this is where Washington really shines, and honestly where I help veterans the most. VA home loans are one of the strongest tools available. They offer zero down payment, no private mortgage insurance, competitive interest rates, and more flexible credit requirements than many traditional loans. You can also use a VA loan to buy a home, build a home, or refinance an existing home. And yes, under the right circumstances, you can also use a VA loan more than once, which surprises a lot of people. Washington also offers property tax relief for disabled veterans, which can significantly reduce your annual housing costs. Depending on your disability rating, income thresholds, and home value, for a lot of people, they may qualify for a partial or even full property tax exemption. This is honestly one of the most underused benefits I see, and here's why all of this matters in Washington specifically. The state has no income tax, strong long-term appreciation, and very veteran-friendly lending options. So for many veterans, Washington becomes a strategic place to settle long-term, especially when you compare it to states with high income tax. If you are a veteran, thank you so much for your service. If you're living in Washington, relocating here, PCSing, or planning your transition to civilian life, I would love to be a resource for you. I will take the time to help you navigate the options, understand what benefits may apply to your situation, and just be a direct point of contact for you as you explore the housing and relocation decisions. All right, drop a comment below. Let me know where you served, where you are currently living, and whether Washington is home now or maybe a future move. If you found this video helpful and you want to stay in the loop on life here in the Seattle area and our ever-changing real estate market, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow along so that you are the first to know about everything happening across the Seattle suburbs. I'm Keri Konicke, your local Seattle real estate expert, and every day I get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you are thinking about making that move to Seattle, Washington, or even to one of our beautiful surrounding suburbs. Whether you are moving in 9 days or 90 from across the world or just across town, I would love to help make your move exactly what you want it to be. So until next time, I look forward to showing you around town.